So we are here for the second installment of the boss hunting series. I'm not really sure what to call this, really, honestly. In this episode of the boss hunting series, we are going to have a look at Sanitar. If you're not familiar with the series, this is a series where I go through all of the scab bosses in Escape from Tarkov. We've just started with Shoreline. We're on to Sanitar now. And essentially what I do is I go through where to find them, what gear to use, what gear they have, like how to counteract their gear and the guards gear, whatever they have, how they react, what they do, what you can do to sort of counter that, and essentially give you the best chance of winning a fight against any scab boss in the game. Where can Sanitar spawn? So we have the map of Shoreline here. This is from mapgenie.io. There's only really 3 areas that he can spawn in, but there's multiple spots within those areas that he can spawn in. Okay, so here we have the resort. Obviously, you can see the boundaries. You got the west side here. West side coming in through this way, and then east side coming in through that way. Sanitar can kind of spawn in a lot of the areas. I've mostly seen him in sort of the west wing, personally. Obviously, it depends on you and what you've seen, but really, he can kind of spawn anywhere in this kind of this area here. So I've seen him spawn in the sort of the main west wing area here, sort of in this bottom floor building. If he's aggroed, he will run inside, and he'll run sort of out towards outside here, and then go down this way, and then sit in here in the sort of the garden, like the grassy areas just on the north side of the building there. So watch out for that. Obviously, you know, if you hear lots of running and they're running away, you can expect them to actually run around outside of the north side of the building and run around towards the jump over area / the little outhouse with the toolbox inside there. And then it can spawn obviously in the east wing as well. Spawns in here. Anywhere in this area, obviously. This is kind of like towards the admin side as well. So, but generally when I've seen him at the start of the raid, he's usually around this bottom floor outside of like 110, which is technically his office actually. So from east wing, he can't really do much else. He doesn't really move around too much. And that's mainly because obviously you've kind of come in from this side or this side. You've kind of come in from either here, or you've come in like through here or around that side. So he can't really run from here all the way down through here and then go out there. He can't really do that because obviously you're there where he wants to go to, right? Now that's when you find that they get quite aggressive, just because they want to try and get out to outside to this area, and that's what they'll try and do. So that's why you might find them to be more aggressive. They might try and push you if you come in through the sort of these areas here on the north and south side of the buildings of the east wing here, because there's no entrance obviously like there is on west wing. There's an entrance here. There is no entrance there. It's just straight. You either come in from south or north towards the admin side. That's the one thing with west, is it's a lot easier to get into with the west wing. That's why if, you know, for example, if I want to approach resort and there's already players in there, I'd rather go into the west wing than the east wing, and then I can get into the west. At least I'm inside of the building and I'm ready to go, right? East wing can spawn in west wing. He can also spawn. I'm not sure if this is like a thing where he spawns outside here underneath the bridge. So like in this kind of this general area here underneath the bridge. And I'm not sure if that's his spawn or if he moves from admin. So he can spawn inside of the theater at the back. Yeah, you'll never really find him on any other floor apart from ground floor on every spawn here. He can also spawn around the land bridge. So the crossover, the connector towards, you know, from either west wing or east wing inside admin on these sides, sort of around this area. There is a ton of windows, right? There's a load of windows. So for example, if you're inside, say at the windows, he might be shooting at you from admin over here, right? And again, same thing over here in the windows in there. Either way, if you're in the windows here, he will have a tendency to shoot at you, or his guards will shoot at you from here over to the windows here. What they might do is they might push you across here. Not aggressively. They'll walk across, or they might run across it. It depends, but you have to watch out, right? Because if you've aggroed them, they might push across this bridge here. It's not a bridge. It's more of a connector from admin to east or west. So you gotta watch out for that. You know, be patient. Just wait, sit it out, and just hope that they kind of push you. Right, so moving on to the cottage area. As you can see, it's just southwest of the resort. Sanitar can spawn in most areas of this compound, right? Bit of a rough picture there, but that compound, he can spawn anywhere inside of that. He can also sort of leave and go out of that compound once he's spawned in. It just depends on, you know, on if he spotted someone that, you know, they might move out or rotate somewhere. Usually what I see is I see him spawn around sort of between the lot cottage and there's like a car here, and there's a garage you can enter into here. Around this area, I've seen his guards in like this corner here, like this corner right there. I've seen his guards there, but then I've also seen a guard in this corner with the bush there. It's strange. There's a few clips. Oh, it is Sanitar. Oh fuck. Oh boy. Oh no. It is Sanitar. Oh shit. Oh! Same with most spawns, really, for most kind of bosses. Really, they don't spawn in the exact same spot every time. It's like different. It's sort of an area spawn. To approach this, you could even go up on the hills over here, over on sort of like towards the resort or bus station hill here, or even like above in this area here as well, or even up here. This one's a bit closer, and I feel like it might be a bit of an issue in the bushes. Scav bosses and scavs don't care about bushes really too much, so I wouldn't count on that really. But that's all the high ground you have really is around here, and then like just around this area here, you can kind of like shoot over into the garden, into this area here. I feel like trying to get Sanitar at close range in the cottage, it can be done, and I've done it before. In fact, I've done it with a sniper rifle as well. I did it with a VPO, is it 215? Long range is probably best, just because they don't spot you as easy. They don't hit their shots as easy, because there's obviously, you know, this spread that they have, this accuracy sort of value that they have. Now then, you have the pier. It's, I guess, the last spot that he can spawn at. It's one of the most annoying spots, I feel like. I know people don't like the cottage, but honestly, in my opinion, this spot to fight him in is one of the worst, actually. There is only really one safe way of getting around here without getting shot at. You'll still get spotted, but just not shot at. Approaching from the beach side here and going along the edge over this little tunnel here, and then around the side, and then coming in towards the stairs here, carrying on to the stairs here. There's only really two ways. Obviously, straight across the bridge, the connector from mainland to the pier, or obviously, as I said, with the route around here. I'd say this is probably the best route to go around with the beach side. If Sanitar is anywhere in this area here, and his guards, they will spot you. I mean, they could even be back here as well. They will spot you, and they will laser beam you coming down this road here. If you're coming down there, they are gonna laser beam you. I would try and avoid that if you can. Generally, where he spawns, let me zoom in a bit more. Right at the back here, so I've seen him in this garage. There's like a little garage with a boat in there. In this garage there, I have seen him. I think I've seen his guards like along this fence there as well, sat along the fence here. They also can sit in this cafe, or at least behind the cafe or around it. They also can be sort of around the back of the bank here. Really, I mean, there's not that much in terms of movement. They can't really move. I mean, it's only really like this kind of area that they can really be in. So there's not much of an area space to be in. So they could just be around anywhere, right? It's this one's quite small. So small means that it might be a bit of a challenge. There's not much for you to move around. There's not much space for you to move around. Unfortunately, it can be easy or it can be quite a challenge depending on how you approach it. So here we have Sanitar, obviously on the wiki page as always. Sanitar's page essentially shows us what kind of health he has, what kind of health his followers or guards have, and also what kind of loot they have and what kind of gear they run. Right. So that obviously helps us then determine what gear we can run to defeat them. He has a spawn chance of 32%. He can spawn at a 32% chance in any one of 3 locations. His health, he has a total of 1,270 HP. Yeah. So you can see here the breakdown. So his head obviously has 70 on the head. So that means that he can't really be one-tapped by many rounds. There's not many that you could one-tap him with. Thorax, 360 HP on his thorax. His arms both have 120. The legs have 230 as well. And the stomach has 140. So obviously, he's got a load of health. But the one kicker here is that he wears no armor. flesh damage rounds could be huge, depending on if you meet him, or if, you know, if his guards, or what armor his guards have. Flesh damage is huge. With Sanitar alone, his guards are a different picture, though. So his guards have a total of 1,055 HP, so a lot less than Sanitar. Obviously, 200 HP on the thorax, 180 for the stomach, 55 for the head. So again, like most rounds will one-tap the guards. Depending on what helmet they've got on, they could have some pretty beefy helmets. We'll get into that in a second. Obviously, Sanitar looks like this guy. I'll give you a better picture of it now. So he's got his blue jacket, his bald head with his bandage, and his bag around it. Generally, usually has a VSS. Yeah, so pretty easy to spot, pretty easy to tell from other scavs. Fairly simple. He also has his own voice lines too, so if he aggroes, you'll notice his voice is different. The loot of Sanitar, he can have an SKS, VSS, shotgun, PP91 with a pistol, some hand grenades, and sometimes has a Tiger 1 survival machete, which is actually one of the best and rarest melee weapons in the game. So if you find that one, you've made some money. Going to his backpacks, obviously Sanitar's bag, earpieces, the Razor headset, whatever. He can have a load of different things on him. He can have a LEDX on him as well. The 110 tape room key, the tape key, can have the key card with the blue marking on it as well. And then obviously, you know, you got all the stims here. These stims could be useful for the samples quest from, I think it's from Peacekeeper samples quest, which you need like a lot of stims found in raid for that quest, which is you know, so it could be an idea to farm Sanitar for that. So going on to his guards, sometimes have a Vepr Hunter. Different rounds, obviously M62 and M993 are the most prevalent rounds that they have. They can have a shotgun with either super performance slugs or AP20 slugs. They can have the Vepr KM, which I've seen them quite often with, either the AKM or the Vepr KM, the VP at 136. They both can have BP rounds in them, so it's best to check the mags. And obviously, you know, can have a AKS 74 UB with either Igolnik or BT rounds. T45M is Tracer, so if you see Tracers flying towards you at sort of a full auto rate. Red Tracer, so BT is also Red Tracer as well, so any Red Tracers in full auto is probably Sanitar's guards, so watch out for that if you get shot at. Headwear, they can have all these helmets. Level 5 on the Altins. Altins are yeah, they're annoying to try and get through, and obviously the other ones as well. You got, you know, a few there, but the Altin is the main one that you want to watch out for. Armor, so this is the big one here, right? So they can have slicks, they can have Defender 2s, the Fort Defender 2s, which is generally what I see them with, actually. I see them with the Forts or the Reduts. Sometimes they have Gazelles as well, and obviously a Corrin. So it's a lot of level 5. A lot of level 5, and then rarely they'll have a level 3. Not rarely, but they sometimes will have level 3 with Karasa, so... But really, what you want to prep for, so going into like what the gear you want to run would be, decent penetration ammo. Like you're fighting any sort of PMC, you want good penetration ammo. So it seems like on here, they never really have their stomach exposed, right? The stomach and how it works in terms of damage has changed. So you take 1.5 times the damage in the stomach. So when that's spread across all your limbs, you might die in like maybe 4 shots to the stomach, right? Because it's zeroed your stomach in 1 bullet. You've taken like 3 more bullets to the stomach, and it's zeroed your chest, which obviously kills you. But it seems like here, apart from the slick is thorax only. Everything else has stomach protection. Honestly, the best bet is to take some decent ammo that will go through level 5 armor. Go for the head, obviously, because that will be the best option. They might have level 5 on their head, but they might also have a level 4 or no face shield or whatever. Which can obviously help with lower tier ammo like BT rounds from the 545s, which is very common. Backpacks, they usually have big backpacks. Well, not usually, but sometimes they have big backpacks like the Attack 2, which is also really nice. The Beta bag as well, which is nice. The med bag, which it can only hold meds, so... And then obviously items, they can have all these stims on them as well. So that's another another reason to farm Sanitar, because his guards have stims on them as well. So moving on to the gear that you would want to run. Generally what you want is like a level 4 rig. I've got here a Anna M1 rig. One of these ones, or even the one you get from Ragman. This trade here is pretty good. As I've said before, this trade's super nice. So in terms of the gun I would run, I am looking at running the RFB with M80 rounds, just M80 flat. Obviously, it depends on what you want to do. If you don't have the ability to buy this, or if you want to run a full auto gun, if you feel like you need a full auto gun, that's fine as well. I'll give you some more options after this one. But for me, I'm going to run the RFB with this setup. Obviously, the Atlas isn't best in slot, but it's fairly cheap. It just shoves on the end there to help with the recoil and the ergo. The FDE Magpul RVG. This one's cheaper than the black one. If you go for this black one here, it's more expensive for whatever reason. The same thing, but the FDE is cheaper, so go for that one. 20 round mag is fine. Don't want any more, any longer, any larger mags. You could go for the tan mags here for 3 extra ergo, but you don't need it. This scope is super nice. I've been enjoying the scope this white because they fixed the iron sights on top, so I'll be using this one as well. Nice and cheap again, 60k, and the RFB was like around 40k, so that's about 100k for the gun. Ammunition, I'm running M80 rounds, so you won't spend too much on ammo either. As you can see, the ammunition for the RFB, like the M62 and M80 rounds, are very good against class 4 and will penetrate class 5 on the second or third shot anyway, once it hits. So you might take them down in maybe like 4 bullets. Depends on how much chest HP they have. With the guards, obviously Sanitar is different. He has no armor, so it might take a few more shots to kill him because he's got, he's got so much health. So what I've done is I've set myself up with, with the level 4 rig, the level 4 helmet, ULAC, always solid. And I've gone with these meds, standard meds, the hemostat and the Salewa, and then obviously the Probital for the instant painkiller, and then a few grenades just to sort of like flush them out. If they're in an awkward place, I throw a grenade down the hallway. Kind of flushes them out and disperses them, or at least lets me know where they are in terms of voice lines, all that stuff. So, and running the tri-zip as well, because you can fit in two rigs, put in like that, and for example like that, you can fit 2 of those in with some space down here. That's nice, because obviously there's 2 guards. They might have 2 sets of defender armor here, so 2 and 2, no worries. Or you can wear 1. You can drop your rig for insurance fraud, wear 1, and then you have more space to put other stuff in, like a gun or whatever. And it's fairly cheap. You can obviously get that from Ragman, level 2 Ragman, there we go, for 4 ES lamps. They're usually about 10k. I'll buy some now. Okay, so approaching from the east wing of Resort, I'm pretty sure Sanitar is here, because I killed a scav before now, and some scav just proned at me, and oh, grenades are coming. Apparently. Oh my god, yes they are. I'm not entirely sure what made them push outside. Offline raid obviously again, but somehow they've kind of gone outside, and this makes it a lot more difficult for me to approach. I think there's one close. I think he's got an attack 2 bag on, I think, or something, with some T45M rounds. I saw traces fly past my face. If I can throw a grenade, actually, that might help. Sounds like he's on that building, on the outbuilding there. I'm going to try and get a longer angle here. But I might also get shot by Sanitar and his other guard inside the building. I think they're inside. This could be awkward. I'm not sure where the others are. I've only seen one. So this makes it weird. It's going to be quite a long fight, unfortunately. It could be in between this little bit here, this little bit inside. Where is it? Is that him there? That is him there. There we go. One guard down. Okay, that's good. All right, so I mean, generally, I guess that guard will just sit there, I suppose. That makes sense. But now I've obviously alerted. I've just spotted something in there. That's either a guard down. No, okay, I think that was Sanitar because he tanked a bullet to the head. That's got to be Sanitar then. Not sure entirely why they're not shooting at me from here. I'm in a really bad spot. What I need to do actually is get into admin somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to golden star whilst they're not shooting at me. And I'm going to run to admin on my right. Okay, now let's go. Sort of take cover as I go along. Now, I'm not really sure why they're not shooting. Generally, their vision's pretty solid. They can see and shoot from miles away. Just check down the angle here, down the connector. But we're gonna scan all the windows. This is the issue with this. You gotta scan all the windows, and usually it's hard to see into the windows. Like, I only saw like a shadow of his head when I shot his head previously, but he might have already healed himself. So that's the issue I face now. He's running around. Let me see if I can cross over now. Oh. Okay, so one of his guards is outside. And I think he's inside, potentially. This could be good, though, if we can get Sanitar alone. He's got a shotgun. A Saiga 12 is guard. A Saiga 12 with slugs, I imagine. AP 20, probably. So that is dangerous. One shot's 3 level 4 armor. That's a random scav. Holy shit, that scared me. Okay. What I could do here is throw a grenade. Let's see if his guard is anywhere around here. Whilst I've got the chance in the windows here. I would have thought I would have seen his guard from here. Really strange though. Right. I've got 2 more nades left. We're going to throw a nade down this corridor here. Okay. Oh! So, okay, so I killed Sanitar through the window there. I must have one-tapped him in the head. Okay, so Sanitar's dead already. That's fine. Okay, so now his only guard is outside. His guard is outside. The last guard. I didn't even... he just blended in with the trash. He's just part of the trash. Like, you know, like the trash boss he is. I'm joking. He's nuts. Okay. Let me see if I can get a shot. It's not the best of peaks here because this is a left-handed peak. Scavs and boss guards and raiders and what have you are generally harder to fight on a left peak because they see you earlier. Let me throw this nade. There we go. He was right behind that column there. So there we go. Okay, so the pier section. We're just on that rock above the gas station, which is just down here. Sort of on the western side of the map. If you think of the water splitting the map, or on the western side of it towards tunnel. And I'm pretty sure I've seen Sanitar down there. You can obviously scout from this side as well. You can scout and you can see there's some movement down there. Now, obviously, I mean, if they stand still and you've got a good scope, you can actually just take a shot. So, moving through, after killing a few scavs on the road here, just to sort of clear it out. Really, what we want to do is get onto the beach side, as I said previously. Want to make sure we're on the beach side, so that we don't get spotted running down that road there. So just jump over here. Now, at this point, you might want to pre-pain. You might want to pop a painkiller. Got myself a golden star here. I'm going to do that. Lovely. Okay, so now we head around here. Now it looks like you wouldn't be able to get around here, but you actually can. You can get through here, so it's quite handy. And then you just go up top here. You can actually, I think you can go around the right here, in this way. So this is the path you would take, the safest path, I think, around. You can hear scavs already shouting. Not entirely sure what at, but they are shouting. So there's a scav inside. I just heard wood, which means there's probably one on ground floor of the bank. The bank is the building that's on our left here, on the pier. So I'm going to keep going through here. There's a scav just there. So that's an issue, though, because if we shoot this scav, then we alert Sanitar that we're here. Okay. So make sure I'm not seen from the left here. I can kind of get one kill at least before alerting them. This is a tough spot to peek because obviously you're in a bit of a tricky spot when it comes to headshots. So if you get shot, it's going to be your head, right? If you're peeking this angle. And there we go. You see Sanitar. They've spotted me now. So we'll see what they do. He's pushing me now. So Sanitar's down. That was weird. Not entirely sure why he did that. But that's how that happens sometimes. It's just how it is. And It's a random scav. That's the normal scav. That was weird. That was weird, honestly. Sanitar does some weird stuff sometimes. He can just run around and then just heal in front of you. That just happens. Same with his guards as well. It just, yeah, it's one of those things. The AI, obviously, as Nikita says himself, isn't perfect and needs a lot of time. As you can see, he took a lot of shots because he's got so much health. I'm running aim 80 rounds in this bad boy here. So now, taking it slowly, I want to sort of peek his guards and see where they're at. If I just crouch up and down, maybe get a spot on them. They're not to my right, it seems. They might be down here. Let's throw a nade just down there real quick. Okay. So I think actually, are they behind this? Oh, scav behind. Normal scav? I can't even see him. I have no idea. I'm gonna kill the scav real quick because this could be a thorn on my side. Well, they might have gone inside actually. Okay, well let's get out of this stair position anyway. So we know I think they're behind this fence here. I can't really see them under here, but it's kind of scary. I'm not really sure exactly where they are. Now they have been known to shoot through. They have been known to shoot through fences. Holy shit. Okay, so approaching the cottage now. From the sort of the western side, from a village. So I'm not sure if he's here. Offline raid again. But we'll see if he's around. Oh, it's good. Just gotta sort of ease it in. We could throw a grenade, but I don't want to just... Oh, there we go. He is there. Okay, there is someone there anyway. A hunter tells me that he's probably here. Considering his guards and him, I think. Or at least his guards can have hunters. Someone's running around there. That's scary. I'm going to wait until they stop running around. So that I can sort of... make sure I get good shots on them. I think it was actually Sanitar running from right to left outside. So obviously they've aggroed. Now they're running around like crazy. Doing nut stuff. Which is great. Sense my sarcasm there. Okay, so he's shouting. I was waiting for grenades. Oh my god, dude. I wonder if I can see them through here, through the fences. You gotta watch out though, because they can also see through fences too. So look, he's looking at me there. Look, he's got a gazelle on. He's got a beta bag. He's got level 4 helmet, level 3 face shield. So level 5 armor on that guard. He might push me here. Potentially. But they're aggroed though, so they know where I am. I think like an angle. No. There's so many bushes, it's so hard to actually see where. Alright, one guard down. That was a nice shot, to be honest with you. And Sanitar's there. He's right there. Okay, one tap. He threw a nade. I'm not sure if he threw it. No, okay. He was trying to. So again, I mean, weird behavior, honestly. I think that's one of the issues with AI in general in this game is that they don't know where to take cover from. At least the bosses don't. For some reason, the bosses act weird. The scavs normally can take cover, like, you know, from you pretty well. So we have one more guard left. Now, he should be somewhere near or close-ish. I say should. Maybe we want to come around the other side. But it depends, because he could also be there as well. Zoom in a bit so we... Oh. Well, there's voice lines. That gives me a good indication of where he might be. I could probably throw a grenade. Again, you know, utilizing grenades to bait voice lines or make them move around. Just throw it out. Okay. Nothing at all. Let's try another one real quick. Let's throw it over there. God, that's so strange. That's so odd. This worries me now. So I guess, you know, that shows that they don't always react to grenades. Unless he's just, like, not in line of sight of it. Being very cautious here, because I don't know exactly where he is. My ammo, like, nearly full. Okay. Do a quick reload. So left peeking again, not ideal. But yeah, just to reiterate, just try and right peek as much as you can. Where the hell are you? Okay, maybe we need to go... We need to cross over here. Go down this ridge. Towards the village, and then back up towards, I guess, no man's land over here. Towards the field up here. To get a long angle down the northern fence of the cottage. It's our best bet, I think, honestly, to get eyes on. Because I don't want to go through those bushes and then find him in a weird one, in a weird spot. So we'll cross over here. Got to be careful, though, because there's no cover here, really. That's the thing, when Sanitar is... Oh, is that him there? I just saw him just... Yeah. I just saw him just there, walking around. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, God. Okay. Back in we go, I suppose. Right, I can use this elevation to potentially get eyes over the fence here. That was my last nade there. That's so weird they didn't react to the nades, though. This is an absolute nightmare. It's on the edge of my seat. Constantly. Where is he? Is that him in there? I see a bag. Yeah, he's down. Nice, nice. There we go. I saw his beta bag through the bushes there. Let's just confirm the kill real quick. Yep, looks like we got the kill there. He was right on the edge of this fence here. Again, another gazelle and a hunter. That's the hunter guy that we're trying to find. So, there we have it. Really, it's kind of an awkward one, really, honestly, because Sanitar reacts in ways of which not really many scav bosses do. He kind of runs around, and I mean, he does some weird stuff. He kind of just runs in front of you and then starts healing, and you're just like, okay. To kind of summarize it, what you want to be doing, obviously, as I keep doing and as I keep saying, is use grenades. You utilize the grenades to bait them out, to make the move, to make it to bait out any sort of voice lines. On the cottage one, it didn't actually work, which is quite funny. So that is, you know, an example of it not working and trying to find out where this last guard is. And it was strange, but also quite intense and quite good fun. And that's what Tarkov's about, isn't it? Again, if you enjoyed that or you found it helpful, then feel free to drop a sub on the channel or hit the video with a like. That helps me out massively. And yeah, we'll see you next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching.